My name is Raz Lavai, and this is Islamic School of Excellence. Today, I'm going to tell you about the IELTS test. What is this test, and a little bit history of this test. Let us start discussion. First of all, IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. It is an acronym, and an acronym is an abbreviation that can be pronounced like a word. So this IELTS is an acronym and it stands for International English Language Testing System. This test is not very old as compared to some of the other tests we started in during World War One or around World War One, even one test started before World War One. Now, this test has some of you can say that unique things that other tests could not, but it's one of the most successful tests in the world. You can imagine this test, which started in 1980, it was launched in 1980 by Cambridge English Assessment. In 1981, 4,000 people appeared in this test, and in 1985, 10,000 people appeared in this test. In 1989, some changes like a proper design or format that was made. This test was going to academic and GT, and the two modules were non-specialized, that is listening and speaking, and reading and writing. These two, reading and writing, these were specific specialized two modules. And after that, every year, the number of test takers increased by 15%. In 1995, 43,000 people appeared in this test in 210 test centers all around the world. And in 1985, it was revised again. And three main changes were brought. Number one, in academic reading and writing, there was one test for reading and one for writing, academic reading and writing. So a link between reading and writing, thematic link between reading and writing, that was removed. And some of the academic and JT, they were brought in line. Reading and writing were brought in line. So there were three changes in 1985. It was revised again. In 2001, further revisions were made. Speaking test was revised. First speaking test was the student or the test taker had to ask questions from the examiner. But in 2001, it was changed, and instead of asking questions, the topic was given, and the student had to speak about that topic. In 2005, new assessment criteria for writing that was introduced, and in 2016, in January 2016, IELTS life skills that was introduced. Life skills was this has been introduced for those people who want to apply for immigration to UK on spouse visa. And that was in 2016, this test really, and this test has only speaking and listening, no reading and writing. So it's an easy test. And in 2001, now look at the increase, the number of people who took this test. In 2001, 1 million people appeared in this test. 2009, 1.4 million. 2011, 1.7 million. 2012, 2 million. And 2017, 3 million people appeared in this test in 140 countries around the world. And in 2018, something new. That was a computer-based test, or computer-delivered test was introduced, and the number increased to 3.5 million. 35 lakh people appeared in this test in 2018. And the big change was computer-delivered test was introduced. And most recent change, that is in January, from January 4, 2020, this year, some small changes were introduced in instructions and layout of the paper-based tests. Number one, the word section in listening test. The word section in listening test. In the listening test, the word section was changed to part. So first there were 4 sections, Now there are four parts. And number two, in part one of the listening test, it used to start with an example. And that example, now that example has been removed. And change number three, page number references. They also have been removed. So there are three changes, most recent changes in the IELTS test. They are changes in instructions and layout of the paper-based test, especially listening test. Number one, now sections are called parts. Number two, example has been removed. Number three, page number references, they have been removed. Now let us see how many sections are there. This is just like other tests, English tests. Like there are a lot of tests such as GRE for MPhil, PhD, TOEFL test, that is American test, CA test, that is British test, similarly TOEFL, TOEIC, like there are a lot of tests. PT test is also these days going in popularity. This IELTS test has four skills. It tests four skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Listening test that is for 30 minutes. Real test time is 30 minutes, and extra 10 minutes are given to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. But in computer-delivered test, it is different. In paper-based test, if you are taking paper-based test, you'll be given 10 minutes at the end of the test, and you will have to transfer all the answers from question number 1 to 40 on an answer sheet. And for that, you'll have 10 minutes after the test is over. But in computer-delivered test, you get 2 minutes at the end of each section, not at the end of the test. So total time for paper-based test, that is 30 minutes, and 10 minutes are given to transfer the answers to an answer sheet, and there are 40 questions in 4 sections. First, the word section was used, but from 4 January 2020, now it is 4 parts. So listening test will have 4 parts. Each part will have 10 questions. Total number of questions, that is 40. So 40 questions, 4 sections or 4 parts now, and you will have to answer these questions on the answer sheet, and then you'll be given 10 minutes to transfer these answers to an answer sheet if you're taking paper-based test. If you're taking computer-based test, you'll be given 2 minutes at the end of each part or each section, and you will transfer them. After the section is over, you'll be given 2 minutes for that. Total questions are 40. If you are targeting 7 band or 7.5 or 8, for 7 your target should be 31 plus out of 40. For 8 or 9 band, you must get 40 out of 40. For 8, 8.5, try your best not to make any mistake. If there is any error, you will lose marks. So for 7 band, 31 plus. For 8 or 9 band, you should try to get 40 out of 40 or 38, 39. And it is possible. Reading, there will be 1 hour for reading, and there are 3 sections or 3 parts For academic, if you are taking academic, like if you're going for studies, you will have to take academic test. If you are applying for immigration, you will have to take general training test. For academic reading, you will have 3 passages. And for GT, you'll have 3 sections. Now, each section will be split into 2. In GT reading, passages are easier, but here scoring is a bit tough. That is different. Like in academic, you will get 7 at 30, but in GT, you will get 7 at 34. If 34 answers are correct, you will get 7. So in GT, reading is easy, but it is in sections. Each section, section number 1 and 2, they are split into 2. And section number 3 is like academic. There will be a passage. In academic, there are 3 passages. Each passage is between 750 to 900 words. So total length is almost 2100 to 2500 words that you have to read. There's only 1 hour and 1 point. In listening, you'll be given extra 10 minutes to transfer the answer to answer sheet, but in reading, you will not be given any extra time to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. So there will be no extra time that will be given to transfer these answers to, you will have to transfer these answers in reading within the same given time. So reading 1 hour, 40 questions, three passages in academic, three sections in GT, and for writing you will have 1 hour. And this 1 hour, task one and task two. 20 minutes are for task one and 40 minutes are for task two. In task one, for academic, you will have to write a report on column, graph, chart, table. You will have to write a report. And in GT, you will have to write a letter. You will have to write 150 words and total time is 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, you'll have to write. If you're taking academic, you will have to write a report. If you're taking general training, you will have to write a letter. That letter can be formal or it can be informal letter. And report can be on column, graph, table, chart. It can be one column or graph, or it can be double or multiple. And essay, you will have to write an essay. Then 40 minutes, that is for essay. You will have to write one essay. There's no choice. And essay can be out of these different types, like double question, there'll be two parts, there may be two parts in a question, or problem solution, like the question will have a problem and a solution. So problem, that's called problem solution essay. Agree or disagree, in which you'll be given a choice to agree or disagree, or to what extent do you agree, or how far do you agree or disagree with the topic. So agree or disagree, discuss both views, and discuss the advantages and disadvantages. Now here in these two types, last two types, sometime the question will have instructions and the instruction will state discuss both views, full stop. If it says discuss both views and full stop, it will not give your opinion. But if it says discuss both views and give your opinion, in that case you will have to give your opinion in the last paragraph in conclusion. And discuss the advantages, disadvantages here, same. If it says discuss the advantages and disadvantages, you will have to finish and you will not give any opinion. But if it says discuss the advantages and disadvantages, and then you'll have to give your opinion, in that case, you'll have to give your opinion and conclusion. And for this, for beginners, the best approach is write full paragraph essay. Introduction, 35 to 40, 45, maximum 55 words, two body paragraphs, and one conclusion. That'll be a good approach. And you'll have to be careful about the format, because if you don't follow these types, you may lose marks. For example, agree or disagree, you will have to give your opinion in the beginning, in the first paragraph. But this, for example, if it is discuss both views, you don't have to give your opinion. If you don't follow, if you don't attempt, if your approach is not right, you will lose 25% marks. So that's why attempt and your approach should be according to the given instructions. You should understand these types as well. You will have to write 250 words and 40 minutes. So writing will be 1 hour. Task one for GT, letter for academic. There will be a report, and essay is for both academic and GT. You will have to write an essay, and there are different essay types. You will have to work on them, and you will have to attempt according to the given question. Speaking will be 11 to 14 minutes. There will be three parts. Part one, there will be personal questions, and questions can be about yourself, about your likes, about your dislikes, and that's very easy. And the test, a speaking test about speaking proficiency. There is no question about facts or knowledge. Examiner will never ask what is the total number of primary schools, or what is the total number of doctors in your city. No. The question will be like, what's your name, what do you do, where are you from, what's your job, education, childhood, like these sort of questions. And part two, there will be a topic. 45 minutes, part one, in which you will have personal questions. Part two, there's a topic, you'll have to speak about that topic, and you'll have to answer, you'll have to speak about that topic for 2 minutes. 1 minute is given for preparation, and you have to speak about it for 2 minutes. And part three, there will be a couple of, it's kind of discussion section in which the examiner can ask one or two questions about the topic, the examiner can ask questions about your speculation, your future plans, or, and a very, very important point here, that is, in this section 3, examiner asks about opinion or attitudes. For example, cloning, stem cell research, or global warming, or children should play video games or not. So here, number one, you'll have to express your opinion. Number two, you'll have to justify your opinion. So let me recap these. This is the most important part of today's this video. IELTS test has four skills. It tests your four skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Listening will be 30 minutes. 10 minutes extra time will be given for paper-based test to transfer the answers to an answer sheet. There will be four parts. Each part will have 10 questions, so you will have 40 questions. Reading, 1 hour, three parts. In academic, there are three parts. In academic, there are three parts. In GT, there are three sections. There are three sections. And total questions are 40. Time will be 1 hour. And there's no extra time to transfer these answers to an answer sheet. Writing, 1 hour, task one and task two. Task one, 150 words in 20 minutes. Task two, you'll have to write an essay and 250 words, and total time will be 40 minutes. Essay can be double question, problem solution, agree or disagree, discuss both views, and discuss the advantages and disadvantages with opinion or without opinion. So here, you'll have to work on all these, but only one essay will be given, not all these. And this test is of three types: academic, general training, and life skills. Academic is for those people who want to go abroad for studies. And general training is for those people who want to apply for immigration, or if they want to get work permit, they will have to take this test. And life skills is for those people who want to apply for spouse visa. Like if you're married in England and your husband or wife is there, so you can go there, but you'll have to take this test. Academic, general training, and life skills. And one more point, that is computer-based and paper-based. Now, there are two options. You can take paper-based test and you can take computer. If you are good at computer, you go for computer-based. But if you have studied in a system where all throughout your education you have been studying and taking exams on paper-based, then we should go ahead with the paper-based test. And this test is very popular test. In USA alone, 3,400 institutions, they accept this test. First, USA showed hesitation in accepting, but now 3,400, and the number is increasing. And hundreds of universities, colleges, schools, and organizations accept this test. There is criticism on this test as well, but before criticism, band score. Here you can get from 0 to 9. 0 means did not attempt, and or if you're absent. 9 bands, or here like C1, that is 7, 7.5 or 8. If you want to apply in good universities such as Oxford, Cambridge, or other international universities, you must target 7, 7.5 or 8. And if you are applying for immigration to Canada, now Canada wants 8,777, 8 in listening, 777 in reading, writing, and speaking. If somebody, Australia also needs 7 each. If you want to apply for immigration, your target should be 7, 7.58. Similarly, AUS-8 scholarship. You can study in Australia free of cost, and for that, your score must be 7.5. That's a bit higher, and you will have to work on it, but it's possible. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. It is possible. Now, some criticism on this test. First criticism is, if you look at all the other tests, like TOEFL, there's a difference, and that is TOEFL, GRE, GMAT, and IELTS. TOEFL test has 2 essays, GRE 2 essays, GMAT 2 essays, but IELTS test has only 1 essay, just one. So this is first criticism. That's an international test. Why just 1 essay? Because here, in other tests, there are 2 essays. Students have to write 2 essays, but here you have to write 1 essay and 1 letter or report. Second criticism, that is handwriting. If you're taking paper-based tests and your handwriting is not legible, examiner cannot read it, and there are some students whose handwriting is illegible. So if the examiner cannot read, he will consider it misspelled. He will consider it a mistake. So that is why it is there are some people who believe that these things are a big problem and scoring is not fair because if somebody does not have good handwriting, he will be given is likely to get lower score. But these criticisms now, if you look at computer-based tests, now this handwriting problem that is over. As far as two essays are concerned, the justification may be that it is also for immigration purpose, and for that you need to write a report. So IELTS test tries to cover these, but you can say that these were like some criticism. So overall, IELTS test is international test. It is accepted all over the world if you want to apply for immigration or for job and now for marriage visa as well. And this test is total time for the test is almost 3 hours, like 2 hours and 55 minutes. Reading and writing is 1 hour, and speaking is 11 to 14 minutes, and listening is 30 minutes plus 10 minutes transfer time. So the test is conducted all over the world. British Council, IDP Australia, Cambridge University, these are partners. They work together and they conduct this test, but they prepare this test, and then the test is conducted all over the world in partnership with these three major partners: Cambridge University, the one that started, and Cambridge University Examination Section, or Cambridge English Assessment that is there. That's the body that's starting. Then IDP Australia helped Cambridge in giving this format or design to this test. And British Council is basically it's a charity. In UK, it is registered as a charity, but it provides logistics. Because computer-based test is introduced, it's a new test. It has been introduced in 2019. Before that, British Council had its presence all over the world. So it and also British Council had experience of conducting exams like O-level exams, A-level exams, teachers trainings, a lot of things. In this way, it was helpful, and the test has grown in popularity. It's going very well. If you want to prepare for this test, you can watch YouTube videos. You can check British Council website or IELTS.org or IELTSessential.com, or like there are many websites, blogs, YouTube channels. You can watch them and prepare them. Plus, Cambridge University has published past papers. There are Cambridge IELTS books from 1 to 13, now 14. These books are available. You can buy these books or you can download these books and you can practice those books. I have this video is about the introduction of the test. I hope you find this video interesting. And if you like this video, you can hit the like button. Also subscribe to this channel if you want to watch more videos and give me feedback as well. How can we improve this channel? Because I started it during this corona pandemic, as students can come here, like nobody all over the world, everything has been locked down, nobody can move. So I thought I should start it. I'm new to this field and I'm not very good at technology. I'm not at home in it. How I'm trying to learn. So your feedback will be highly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Uh, See you again with another video. And our next videos will be about listening, reading, writing, and speaking. I will make new videos, next videos on listening skill, reading skill, writing skill, and speaking skill. Then after that, we will go for the next videos. If you give us positive feedback, we'll try to make changes. And your criticism is also welcome. Thank you very much for watching. And sorry for the problem that you are facing. Maybe you may not be able to read some of the words, so I will try to fix these problems as soon as possible. Take care of yourself and the people who are around you. They also need your help. We all need help from everybody, and everybody needs help from us. Those who are healthy, they can help, and those who are not healthy, we can help them. And especially students should not waste their time. They should spend their time in helping their families and the people who need help. And students' most important duty, responsibility of students is they should spare time for studies. If the university, schools, colleges are closed, it doesn't mean that they're not studying. So make a timetable and try to make the best use of your time. Thank you very much. See you very soon with another video. Have a nice day. Bye.